And we're back with another episode of Common Core Phrases and Questions on Berekabuna. In Season 1, we covered some of the very basics. Now, you should be ready to tackle some slightly more advanced, though still frequently used phrases and questions in Amharic. You will have already heard several of the upcoming phrases and questions in some form or other in previous episodes, but since they can be confusing and repetition is our friend in language learning, I've tried to compile a useful spread. Remember that for each question and answer, the verb form has to agree with the person and the tense. Let's get started with some questions you're likely to hear and answers you'll want to give at the early stages of being in the country or meeting an Amharic speaker. Amarinya tichelalech, ante, or Amarinya tichiyalesh, for anchi, basically means do you know or can you speak Amharic? It uses the root verb chale, mechal, meaning to be able to. So literally the question is, can you Amharic? But in practice it just means, do you know or can you speak Amharic? Amarinya tichilalech, Amarinya tichiyalesh. You have several options to respond. You might say, Tinish ichilalo, meaning I can a little, or contextually, I know or can speak a little Amharic. Or you could say, Bizu al chilim, I can't or don't know much. A third option is to say, I'm learning. Amarinya eyetamarkuno. Amarinya kaspakas eyetamarkuno. I'm learning slowly. A similar and useful question if you're feeling lost in the language is, Englizenya tanageralech, or Englizenya tanageralesh for anchi, meaning do you speak English? This uses the root verb tenagere, menager, to speak. The response might be, Au, Englizenya nageralo, or Tinish nageralo. Yes, I speak English, or I speak a little. Or Ikarta, Englizenya bizu al nagerem. Sorry, I don't speak much English. As a Ferengi, another question you'll get often is Eyelemedkano or Eyelemedchino, which means are you adapting or adjusting, usually in relation to something specific, i.e. Amarinya Eyelemedchino, or Injera Eyelemedchino, or Ethiopia Eyelemedachuno. A simple response is Au kaspakas Eyelemedkuno. Yes, I'm adapting slowly. You might also get asked, Is ich meni halgize goite hal? Or Is ich meni halgize goite shal? Meaning, how long have you been here? The root verb here is goye, megoyet, to wait or to stay, but the tense may be unfamiliar to you. We'll go over this tense known as the distant past in the next episode. For now, just try to learn it as it comes. If the question is ich meni halgize tekoyalech or tekoyalesh, the present or future tense is used, so the meaning changes to how long will you stay here? Responses might include ich aratuwer goyichaldo or ich aratuwer honing. I've been here for 4 months. Enadegmo ich ant amet ekoyaldo, and I'll stay here for another year. The indicator ich above is a useful one to note. Ich is here, iza or izia is there. Ich nein, iza ehonalo. I am here, I will be there. You might also add prepositions like wede to indicate direction. Wede sich emetalo, wede za or wede zia ehedalo. I will come here, I will go there. Or inde to say like this or like that. Inde sich no, inde za or inde zia ayrelem. It is like this, it is not like that. These all come from the simplest form, yich meaning this, and ya meaning that. Yich wember adis no, this chair is new. Ya kubaya yatasabereno, that cup is broken. Other phrases that are useful to know early on are those that express confusion, of which there are quite a few in Amharic, with good reason. You may hear someone ask gabach or gabtohal for ante, or gabash ገብቶሻል for አንቺ. This means, do you understand? I understand is ገባኝ or ገብቶኛል. I have understood. Conversely, you could say አልገባኝም, meaning I don't understand, or ግራ ገባኝ, meaning I'm confused. Funnily, the literal meaning is I understand to the left. ግራ, left, ገባኝ, understand. ግራ ገባኝ. Another question might be ታውቃለህ or ታውቂያለሽ, meaning do you know? Usually with some context or specification, i.e., ህንጻው ታውቃለህ, do you know the building? Or አቅጣጫውን ታውቂያለሽ, do you know the directions or the way? You can say አዎ አውቃለሁ, yes I know, or አላውቅም, I don't know. You may even hear እኔ ምን አውቃለሁ, meaning what do I know? Though this can be a bit rude out of context. A related question or phrase is ታስታውሳለህ or ታስታውሻለሽ, meaning do you remember, i.e., የጃፓኑን restaurant ስም ታስታውሳለህ? Do you remember the name of the Japanese restaurant? Your response might be አዎ አስታውሳለሁ, yes I remember, or አይ አላስታውስም, no I don't remember. Alternately, you might say አልረሳውም, meaning I haven't forgotten, or ረስቻለሁ, meaning I've forgotten. To ask for clarification, you might say ምን ማለት, or ይህ ምን ማለት ነው, meaning what does this mean? ይህ ምንድነው means what is this? ያ ምንድነው means what is that? If you want to know specifically about the name of something, you'd ask ይህ or ያ ምን ይባላል? What is this or that called? To ask someone to repeat themselves or to say something again, you'd say እባክህ ድገሚልኝ, or for አንቺ እባክሽ ድገሚልኝ. Or you could ask them to speak slower. እባክህ ቀስ ብለህ ተናገር, or እባክሽ ቀስ ብለሽ ተናገሪ. If you're asked ላግዝህ or ላግዝሽ, it means can I help you? It comes from the verb አገዘ ማገዝ, to help. A similar verb is ረዳ መርዳት, which would be ልርዳህ or ልርዳሽ, though this word is more formal than ማገዝ. In any case, you could reply with እሺ እባክህ አግዝኝ, or እርዳኝ for አንተ. እባክሽ አግዢኝ or እርጂኝ for አንቺ, or እባካችሁ አግዙኝ or እርዱኝ for እናንተ, or ችግር የለም አመሰግናለሁ, no problem, thank you. We'll finish with a few more useful phrases in no particular order. ዝግጁ ነህ, ዝግጁ ነሽ means are you ready? ዝግጁ ነኝ means I'm ready, or ዝግጁ አይደለሁም means I'm not ready. ገና ነው is not yet. እርግጠኛ ነህ or እርግጠኛ ነሽ is are you sure? I'm sure is እርግጠኛ ነኝ, or I'm not sure is እርግጠኛ አይደለሁም. Interestingly, እርግጠኛ comes from the root ረገጠ, መርገጥ, which means to put your foot down or stomp. So the phrase I'm sure would be literally I put my foot down. And finally, to tell someone you love them, you'd say እወድሃለሁ for አንተ, or እወድሻለሁ for አንቺ. እኔም is me too, so እኔም እወድሃለሁ or እኔም እወድሻለሁ means I love you too. And that's it for today. Thanks for joining me once again on Bereka Bunna. I'll leave you with a recap list of these core questions and phrases. Remember, if you'd like to follow along with the Amharic Fidel, you can find episode transcripts at berekabunna.org. If you're enjoying this podcast, please subscribe to receive updates on upcoming episodes. Ciao, እስከ የሚቀጥለው ሳምንት. አማርኛ ትችላለህ? አማርኛ ትችያለሽ? Do you know speak Amharic? አማርኛ ብዙ አልችልም. I don't know much Amharic. እየለመድኩ ነው. I am learning. እንግሊዘኛ ትናገራለህ? እንግሊዘኛ ትናገሪያለሽ? Do you speak English? እንግሊዘኛ እናገራለሁ. I speak English. እንግሊዘኛ ትንሽ እናገራለሁ. I speak a little English. ይቅርታ, እንግሊዘኛ ብዙ አልናገርም. Sorry, I don't speak much English. እየለመድክ ነው? እየለመድሽ ነው? እየለመዳችሁ ነው? Are you adjusting or adapting? ቀስ በቀስ እየለመድኩ ነው. I am slowly adapting. እዚህ ምን ያህል ጊዜ ቆይተሃል? እዚህ ምን ያህል ጊዜ ቆይተሻል? How long have you been here? እዚህ ምን ያህል ጊዜ ትቆያለህ? እዚህ ምን ያህል ጊዜ ትቆያለሽ? How long will you stay here? ይህ, this, ያ, that. እዚህ, here. እዛ or እዚያ, there. ወደዚህ, to or towards here. ወደዛ or ወደዚያ, to or towards there. እንደዚህ, like this. እንደዛ or እንደዚያ, like that. ገባህ or ገብቶሃል? ገባሽ or ገብቶሻል? Do you understand? ገባኝ or ገብቶኛል. I understand or I have understood. ግራ ገባኝ, I'm confused. አልገባኝም, I don't understand. ታውቃለህ? ታውቂያለሽ? Do you know? አውቃለሁ, I know. አላውቅም, I don't know. እኔ ምን አውቃለሁ? What do I know? ታስታውሳለህ or ታስታውሻለሽ? Do you remember? አስታውሳለሁ, I remember. አላስታውስም, I don't remember. አልረሳውም, I didn't forget. ረስቻለሁ, I've forgotten. ይህ ምን ማለት ነው? What does this mean? ይህ or ያ ምንድን ነው? What is this or that? ይህ or ያ ምን ይባላል? What is this or that called? እባክህ ድገሚልኝ. እባክሽ ድገሚልኝ. Please, can you repeat for me? እባክህ ቀስ ብለህ ተናገር. እባክሽ ቀስ ብለሽ ተናገሪ. Please speak slowly. ልርዳህ or ላግዝህ. ልርዳሽ or ላግዝሽ. Should I or can I help you? እባክህ እርዳኝ or አግዘኝ. እባክሽ እርጂኝ or አግዢኝ. እባካችሁ እርዱኝ, አግዙኝ. Please help me. ችግር የለም, አመሰግናለሁ. No problem, thank you. ዝግጁ ነህ? ዝግጁ ነሽ? Are you ready? ዝግጁ ነኝ. I am ready. ዝግጁ አይደለሁም. I am not ready. ገና ነው. Not yet. እርግጠኛ ነህ? እርግጠኛ ነሽ? Are you sure? እርግጠኛ ነኝ. I am sure. እርግጠኛ አይደለሁም. I am not sure. እወድሃለሁ. እወድሻለሁ. I love you. እኔም. Me too. እኔም እወድሃለሁ or እኔም እወድሻለሁ. I love you too.